Hi everyone. This intro is going to cover a little bit about where we're at, what we're looking towards, and what's going to be the foundation for the action we're going to take now and in the future. The Avalon Foundation is essentially 4 years old financially, naturally at this point. The initial capitalization for the organization, which was put up by the founders, their initial donor base, friends, and immediate support system, which gave so very generously, as have all the current board members. And now the Avalon Foundation is past startup. The patient demand has never been higher as we expand collaborative partnerships and continue to fund core programs. This is a natural progression life cycle of an organization, and the Avalon Foundation is poised to take the next step, that 5 to 10 years, because of everything that the board and the volunteers have done to get us to this point. This is the point we're at. In order to continue to serve the patients, we must relieve the demand on our volunteers by having paid staff. Now, what does this mean? Let's frame it like this. All of us have been in a circle holding hands, and just now we've taken 3 huge steps expanding the space between each of us. Now there are these spaces, gaps that we're feeling stretched to cover. Taking these 3 steps in creating the space means we get to grow into it, means we have a lot more options, and we have opportunity within those options to continue to foster the organization. Question remains, how do we fill those gaps? And the only way to do that is to take the next step into the next part of the Avalon Foundation's life. For the foundation, strategically and creatively capitalize to fund paid staff and move the board into a governance focus. And Deb has more in depth on governance focus, and we'll talk about that at a later time. The funding piece. So one of my greatest strengths that I bring is the 20 plus years of not-profit, for-profit sector experience, but I also bring all of my coaches, colleagues, and mentors. So I've consulted with them and come back with this creative capitalization strategy, which answers some specific needs, put funding in place. The solution is relationships with multiple evergreen or renewable donor levels. The next need is to forge deeper, purposeful connection within current donor circles and professional collaborative networks. The solution to that is to identify the donor groups, individuals, company, corporations, and businesses. The next need is paid staff, and the solution is creative capitalization, donor-directed funds for stipends for wellness board members, donor-directed funds for working capital for programs, donor gifts of company personnel to fill interim or contract positions. This is a strategy that I've brought, and the executive team has backed it 100%. After presenting it, Deb said, "It's bold, so is the Avalon Foundation. It's rare, so is the Avalon Foundation. It's unique and colorful, so is the Avalon Foundation. It fits us to a T." And so this is what we're going to put forth. We're leading this strategy by identifying our current resources with a stress-free exercise we like to call name calling. We identify current past donors and supporters. We started this process with the executive team, maybe only got through 30 or 40% identifying those who have supported us in these past 4 groundbreaking years. So what we've done is we've created a collaborative team space or time. Everyone can jump in during that time, participate. If there are a lot of participants in the session, we can record it so it's available and accessible to everybody on the team. So this resource development collaborative space affords us the opportunity to identify resources, categorize them in alignment with our funding development needs. It helps build our donor database. It helps provide ability to continue to build supportive, strong, evergreen relationships with those who are currently donating and potential new donors as well. And it really does help us be good stewards of our relationships with those that support the Avalon Foundation, personally, professionally, and in the community at large. I really look forward to participating in this collaborative space with each of you. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think the results that we're going to see, resources that will propel us through the next 5 to 10 years of the Avalon Foundation